Hey guys, welcome to a new episode. Actually, it's the revamped episode of Insightful Friends podcast. I'm your main host, Mr. GB, and normally I would have Slim here, but Slim is busy, so he will be our honorary co-host until he has time to come back. But we have these two lovely ladies. You might know them already, and if you're not, welcome, CoCo and Verby. They are the newest co-hosts of the show, and we're gonna get into some crazy shit apparently. But we do have a new format, and we'll see how this goes. After we do a couple of episodes and go on from there. But the YouTube channel is still on my channel, but I am transferring everything into its own, and I am working on us getting on Spotify. So that's still in the works. But yeah.
Okay.
How are y'all doing? Introduce yourselves. One of
Go
y'all.
ahead, Coco.
Hi, I'm Coco. I introduce
Streamer.
myself that well, but I am a streamer. I do variety games and stuff. Kind of like a big anime nerd and book nerd and all kinds of other things, but I'll get better at that. I suck at introducing myself.
It's all good.
See, my problem is I've usually run my mouth so much that everybody knows everything about me before I even introduce myself. Um, Hi, I'm Verby. I also stream intermittently. I am about to use the 2 years that I took of training to be a therapist that never ever went anywhere with like seven other of my majors. I'm about to utilize every single bit of those. I am a absolute hoe for the like Charlotte Dobre and all the other ones and everything that kind of do these. So I have so many opinions on everything. So I am super excited
Oh
about
yeah.
giving,
We
about giving
I'm
mine.
excited too,
So
we
yeah.
can't
I
wait to hear
have
these.
so many opinions.
So what we do here on Insightful Friends podcast, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. Be sure to hit that subscribe button or give us a like as well. Is that we read Reddit stories, but also we do give advices and our own opinions on certain topics or certain subjects that I randomly pick or one of y'all randomly pick. Um, and that's what we do. We giving our insights onto these, and we are all friends here. So, uh, but yeah, it's nice to have ladies on the show because it was two guys on it, and we tried our best, but we had to get our female friends in once in a while because it's just certain takes we need a female's perspective and a male's perspective, so you can get to see on both sides of you know of the story of like how we feel about it and stuff. So, but yeah, welcome and let's get started. So the first thing we're going to be doing is giving our advices, and I've been saving these up for a while, and they've been deleted already. So,
Oh no.
Ooh.
but I learned from the past that I screenshot and save it, and I have it. So that's the good news on that. So I'm not missing any, and thank God I did because I I had to double check my documents because I was like, oh wait, let me make sure the story is there. I'm like, oh crap, it's not there. So I
About
had
to
to,
say, if you give us any stories that don't have updates, I will riot.
there is I think two or three updates. I think one of them is best of updates. So
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, those are always good.
those are always
They're
good.
nice and juicy too.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But the first one is relationship advice. This was written on February 13th, and it's been deleted. So
Rip.
Uh, title is My 32 female boyfriend 39 male married mistress 33 female passed away and I feel betrayed. That's the title.
All right, let's
We
go.
feel betrayed because the mistress passed away.
Right?
Or because he married the mistress. Let's see. Hold on. I'm down. I'm down. Let's do
I know.
this.
I got so many questions.
Yeah. I just found out by accident that my boyfriend has been seeing a married woman throughout our 7 year relationship. Everything makes sense. His mood swings, hiding to take calls, and keeping his phone notifications off. I found out by accident. I'm not unsympathetic to a person passing away. I'm upset that my boyfriend has been involved with this woman. My boyfriend said that I shouldn't be upset because, quote unquote, she's dead. And I am, quote unquote, psychotic for being jealous of a dead woman. He said he would not have left me for her because she wasn't trustworthy. He has been acting extremely distant and insulting me more than usual. He thinks that I should be grateful that he told me the truth because it's none of my business. I should be sympathetic and understanding, not a jealous, crazy bitch. I'm not jealous. I feel betrayed by the relationship. I want to break up with him. I can't trust him. He hasn't had a job since we met. I didn't push the issue because of his anxiety. Now I believe he uses his free time to entertain other women. I don't know how to feel. I've been quiet and shocked. Verby, go ahead.
I know. Verby's just ready. Just go.
I got things to say. Oh my God. So, hey kids, do you know what a narcissist is? Because my God. Like, so, okay, so first off, like that this is her boyfriend. You said of like 7 years, right?
7 years.
Did it happen to say how long he had been fooling around with this married woman?
Uh, no, it hasn't.
Okay. So the idea the idea that just the thought process for the words to come out of his mouth that say that you shouldn't be jealous or anything else like that, or upset or hurt because she's dead, rest in peace. But that's just, you only know about it because she passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it would have continued. And who's to say he isn't messing around with somebody else right now and everything? Like, um, like, the absolute, he basically, he's using her for a free ride 100%.
Right.
And chances are she's
Oh yeah.
probably, she might very well just be one of the many side pieces too, because there's no way that this man, oh my God, like, I'm speechless. Like, I am going to absolutely crash out if the update isn't that she has thrown his ass to the curb. Because this to me feels very, very cut and dry, but then again, I'm on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but 100%, like, this man is absolutely cheated on her, is absolutely gaslighting and telling her that she shouldn't feel bad because this woman's dead, but that's she only found out because the lady died.
Right.
Like, it would have continued, and again, he's probably sleeping with other people because there's zero trust now. If
Mm-hmm.
there was any trust before, there's zero trust now. So at that point, if you don't have trust in a relationship, there's no point in being in a relationship. You can always work on it, but that's a two-person road. And he's literally just absolutely using her for probably a house, a roof over his head, the electricity to play his games, all that other mess. Like, that's my opinion, is that this man's lucky he's not with his mistress right now.
Right.
But but also just
That part.
absolutely not. Like, the second he first off, you don't insult somebody you love. You don't insult somebody that you care about. You don't drag down somebody you love and care about and everything. There's nothing in his attitude, his actions, his words that shows any sort of remorse. Like, I get it. He's in grief, he's mourning, but so
Yeah.
that's
He's
so
in grief and he's
he's
mourning.
he's in grief, he's in mourning,
It's
he's lost a side piece.
Play
Okay,
the
so
smallest
yeah,
violin.
Right.
So,
Oh my god.
and I'm curious, like, did the husband know? Like, did the husband of the mistress and everything, like,
Oh yeah, because
because
she was
you said that she
married.
was married,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, hmm. See,
I don't think he knew.
my romance
Mm,
novel self says I want to go. If I was her, I would want to go meet this husband, and that's my new best friend.
Mm.
But, but yeah, no, that is my opinion on the why are we even discussing this man? Like, I know you don't. I know it's hard starting over a relationship or ending a relationship, and I mean, she hasn't said anything about being afraid of him or anything, so it doesn't necessarily sound like there's a fear factor there. He sounds like he's more emotionally and mentally abusive, which he could make her feel like she can't go anywhere else, but she's kind of holding all the cards right now, so
Yeah.
mhm.
I'm hoping she throws his ass to the curb quickly
Yeah. I
with no padding.
I agree. I mean, it's we do get a smidge of an update. So I just found it. I
What do you
just
think, Coco? But wait,
Did
what do you
you?
think, Coco?
yeah.
What do you think, Coco?
I was gonna say the audacity in the first place because at first I was like, okay, well, I mean, it's not okay at all that he like cheated or whatever, but like like my brain's like, okay, this man cheated. She could just leave him, or they could try to figure out some kind of way to work it out. But I'm a no nonsense. I ain't working out nothing person. But then when it was like, oh well, he's broke, he ain't got no job. I'm like,
Mm-mm. Why?
so basically, he's just using her for a warm bed at this
The din
point.
the
But
Dendig is never that good.
yeah, no, ever.
Ain't no
But like,
dick or pussy that good to stay
It
with
ain't
you.
none of it
no,
that
it
good.
really isn't. So, what I was gonna say was, the fact that he's sitting up here going, "You don't have to worry about it because she's dead," like it is still a big deal because this is somebody that you throughout your whole relationship or whatever part of your relationship that you were seeing before, and the fact that she had like no clue about it, which I'm pretty sure she probably had some kind of inkling. So people always know. You always know. Like you can feel it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I That's just my opinion on that. But yeah, like the fact that he's willing to talk to her that way and be like, well, it shouldn't be that big of a deal because she's dead now. And the fact that she feels that he is spending his time with other people, just kick the man to the curb. Just
Right?
he's not worth it. He really
Exactly.
isn't.
No.
I feel the
Like,
Just not.
I just feel the same way because the thing is that he's been cheating on her and he's been manipulating her all this time. I got a feeling he abuses her verbally and like just taking advantage
I mean,
because like
talking like that, yeah.
yeah, like
mm-hmm.
I would not if the roles was like reversed, I would not take that at all. Like I talked about this in the past couple episodes. Like my ex, technically my first fiance, was basically not working, or she couldn't keep a job, and the job that she finally worked at, she decided to um, get dick pics sent to her from her coworkers, and I found it on my computer, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Which is
Because
very sloppy at that. I'm just
it
saying.
exactly it
I
was like,
mean,
what are you fucking
less
thinking?
sloppy.
But
My
it was just like
God.
she played dumb, and then it's like I came home from work and I still had to cook because and she's been home all day. House is a mess. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? It's like I gave her so many chances. I'm not waiting 7 years for that shit.
Mm-mm.
It was whenever it happened. It was just like that was it. That was the boiling point. Whenever I came home and I had to cook, and she was complaining like, "Oh, I'm not hungry for that." I'm like, "That's it."
You're gonna be continue to be
I'm
hungry.
like, "Get the fuck out!
That's
Get the
what you're
fuck out
gonna
of my
get. You
house!"
get what you get.
There's a
So
10-year-old child downstairs that if he doesn't like what somebody cooks and everything, he's either making his own dinner or it's gonna be a long ass night. Like, you're a
yep,
grown ass adult. No.
Hmm.
So,
No, 100, and like she's already wasted 7 years of her life and everything. Like, and I know a lot of people are like, well, I've already put 7 years into this and everything. I don't want to be all for nothing. Like, no, at this point, it's all for nothing. Why waste another day? Like
Right.
you could have spent 5, 10, 15 years with somebody and everything. Why waste the next 5, 10, 15 years? Trash it. Like, don't waste anymore. Take it as a lesson learned and keep going.
right.
Right. I agree with people with like the time thing. Like they're like, well, I put this much time in this person. I don't want to train nobody else. I'm like, I don't care how long it
Mm-hmm.
is. You deserve good, like you deserve good things.
Yep.
You deserve to be cherished, appreciated, and respected as long as you also give that same thing back.
Yep.
Because there are some people that aren't.
No.
But anywho, I'm
You
gonna
got
put a
to
pin.
put in what you want to get out. And if you don't get back what you put in, then it's a waste.
Correct. Um, let's get to the comments. The first comment had 4,600 upvotes. Cheating on you is none of your business. He's unemployed for 7 years. Girl, what are you doing?
7 years unemployed
Another one
is a lot.
Another one said, I'm so confused. What's the issue here? You just found out your boyfriend has been cheating on you for ages. Who cares if the woman is above ground or not? None of that matters. He's just weaponizing that to try to make you feel bad and trick you into forgetting he's the one in the wrong. Also, ending a relationship because of infidelity has very little to do with being jealous. Leave this guy. OP said, You're right. He spent an hour shouting at me. He believes that he's the victim of my psychotic insecurities. I should not be upset about anything. She's dead. Um,
Verby say narcissist.
right?
It's exactly.
100% narcissists. Narcissists cannot do anything wrong.
Nope.
Their feelings are the only ones that are valid and can be validated. Um, Absolutely, that's like textbook. 100%. Like he is trash. He doesn't have to work. He deserves to be supported.
Mm-hmm.
He shouldn't have to support anybody else or put any effort into the relationship. Like, no, 100%. And you are love you to death. You're a fool if you think that he A isn't already sleeping with other people or B going to do it again.
Right.
Hmm.
Um, Small update. It's her replying to the thing. So here we go. Girl, you need to leave. He does not care that he broke your trust. He doesn't get it at all. She responded back, He doesn't. He believes that he's the victim because his mistress died. According to him, cheaters are still good people. Never mind that she was cheating on her husband. The small update. He doesn't know it. I'm working with my landlord to end the lease. He made it clear that he will not just leave. He's not on the lease, but because he has lived here for 5 years in my state, he's considered a resident. I'm
You
hoping that the lease ending will encourage him to find another place to live. If not, the landlord is prepared to evict him. I feel like an idiot. He did convince me that I was insecure for questioning him about his behavior. He told me that I had no reason to suspect him of wrongdoing. I need evidence if I want to make accusations. I ignored so many red flags, I didn't realize that the other woman was helping him. So she's basically leaving him, like, regardless.
oh good.
So
Oh good.
that's.
Yeah, no, most laws, most states and everything, even in like when I was living in Washington and everything, if you live in a residence, if you have mail being forwarded there or anything else like that, you are considered a resident, whether you're on the lease or not. There are things that some landlords can do, but it can kind of get messy and everything. And in the end, you usually have to take it to like civil court and shit like that. And she probably doesn't have the money. She's supporting a man child, so she probably doesn't have the money to take it to court.
Yeah.
100%. But yeah, no. So hopefully, like with the new lease and everything, either she moves and she doesn't have to take him. He probably isn't willing to pack up his own shit. Um,
Probably not.
so yeah, hopefully she'll either move and lose him then, or they can figure something out with the new lease. Who knows?
Yeah.
But
Because I got a feeling that my advice to her is basically since you already talked to the landlord and he's prepared to do the necessary stuff, which is a good thing because some landlords can be assholes and be like, well, do what you and, that's not my
Yeah.
problem. So hopefully she moves out, and then if he's still there, the landlord's just gonna evict him.
Yep.
So that's all it takes because he's not gonna be able to pay rent, and she needs to grow a backbone. Even though I know it's she needs to stand up for herself,
He
because
has probably spent the last 7 years wearing her down
yeah,
and tearing
exactly,
her down. And I mean,
Probably.
7 years of being in an environment with
exactly,
like that and everything, she probably has next to zero self-esteem.
yeah.
She is probably doesn't trust her own intuition anymore and
Mm-hmm.
everything. She's gonna need some help to come back from this one.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, especially since she came to Reddit. I mean, like most people that come to Reddit for advice is like, it sounds crazy because we're like, we think, I can't say normal. We don't really think normal, but we kind of like understand that we're not getting, um, being like talked down to or getting abused mentally,
right.
like
Yeah.
every day. So it's like whenever they see it every day, like you said, like it becomes the norm and they think everything else is not. So it's like, that's how
Yep.
I see abusive people stay, and you're wondering like, oh, why they don't leave. It's hard whenever that's all you know. So
And I've seen so
Right.
many Reddit like writers and everything say while I'm, typing all of this out, it seems so obvious.
yeah.
And it's because you're right. When it becomes your norm, you
Hmm.
don't, it's that is the only thing that you know. That's the only, and especially, well, she wasn't, let's see, she said 7. She was what, 32? So, I mean, she was still early 20s. There's a good chance this was probably, if not her first, one of her very first like relationships
Yeah.
and everything. Because
Yeah. For 7 years.
early
Yeah.
20s
Yeah.
and
Because
everything. So I
she'll
mean,
be
the
25, and
no.
he would be 32.
So I mean, there's not a lot of basis of comparison there for like
Mm-mm.
necessarily healthy relationships. And who's to say whatever relationship she was in first was healthy as well?
Yeah.
Um,
And see,
and
that's what
so
gaslighting kind of
yeah.
do, you know?
Yeah.
But no, 100%. Like a lot of, I see so many stories and everything on here where it's like, wow, now that I'm typing all this out, I'm really kind of seeing it. You see it more objectively when you see it like written down on paper, because what you're writing for everybody else is what like they're seeing. And you're like, okay, I'm seeing what everybody else is seeing.
Right.
And it's more black and white whenever it's kind of written out. And like sometimes you just kind of need to do that to take that step back from, hey, I know this is normal for me, but like if I made a list of all the shit they did, and if somebody told me that they were dealing with that, what would be my response?
Hmm.
So if anybody said that to her, like, hey, this is what so and so is doing to me, she'd probably go, oh, hey, that's fucked up. But because that's just normalized for you at this point, it's kind of hard to kind of see it and everything whenever you're standing right there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's kind of what I was getting at with like the whole gaslighting thing because like sometimes gaslighting do work and it gets to a point where you start to really like question yourself and be like, okay, well maybe this is normal or maybe like this is, what people in like relationships go through, like especially if she is and, like if this is like a maybe new kind of thing for her. Maybe she don't have prior experience or healthier experiences to know what like a healthy relationship is. She's probably gaslit into the fact of thinking like maybe this is okay. Maybe like they fight like this, or maybe like this is just all part of building
yeah,
something. And in cases like that, like this is not healthy.
yeah,
Like my advice is like get definitely if you're planning to get out of it already, get out of it. There are better people out there. Um, yeah,
Yep.
it's
Yep.
basically what I can say.
I agree. So, all right, on to the next one. This is coming from True Off My Chest. This been 29 days ago. So True Off My Chest is basically they're there to vent. They're not
Okay.
looking for who's the asshole or whatever. They're just looking to vent. So, title is My Dad Cut Me Completely Out of His Life Once He Found Out I biologically wasn't his, like I never meant anything to him, and it still hurts. 5 years ago, when I was 15, my parents got divorced. Dad found out she has been basically cheating on him their whole relationship, and he demanded a DNA test for all of us. I was the oldest of the four siblings, and everyone except me was his biological child. And just like that, he cut me completely out. Not even a proper goodbye, he just disappeared from my life. Before this, my entire life, he was my best friend, and he's still the only father figure I've had in my life. My bio dad passed away before I was even born. Dad is still the same exact dad he was to me, to my little siblings, but he refuses to even just have a casual relationship with me now, like he didn't raise me as his oldest son for 15 damn years. I get it. Must have been hard for him to find out the truth because it's the hardest thing I've ever been through, too. Like, dad wasn't really my dad, but how fucking heartless do you have to be to just throw me out like worthless piece of shit because I didn't come from your ball sack? Honestly, right now, I rest both him and my mom, and honestly, even my siblings too. What? Honestly, right now, I rest both him. I don't know what he
Resent, maybe?
maybe. It's just it says rest. That was
Typo.
probably a typo.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Hey,
uh,
we all do it.
I for me this one I'm not a father. I'm probably won't be a father ever. We might decide to adopt, but to have my own child is it's not happening. Uh, I got snipped. uh, yeah, guys, don't having your wife or your baby mama tie her tubes because you don't want to get your ball sack snipped. It's just y'all fucking ridiculous. Get that shit.
It could be unsnipped, by the way.
Yes, there's technology now. It can be unsnipped, but the thing is that
It can be unsnipped, and
why
it does
So,
work very quickly
why
after.
why do you want to?
so the just throwing it out there, the idea that it can be unsnipped is not 100%.
Right.
There is still scar tissue. It is a very, very small pathway. But and after so long and everything, you kind of do just become infertile and everything.
Yeah.
It- Generally speaking, I would also like to say PSA, being snipped is not always 100%.
That
It's
part
up
too.
to you to get
That part
100%.
too.
It is up to you to 110% go get yourself checked regularly to make sure that there has because you heal.
Yep.
It happens. It happens. But
Man.
in general, males versus females, here's the thing. A woman can get her whole bread box taken out, but leave the ovaries, can still get pregnant. And at that point, it is some sort of an ectopic abdominal pregnancy. She could die, especially given
Mhm.
our current state of affairs where you can't do anything about it if it is attaches to your fucking liver. Um, but in general, just know that the only source of birth control that is 100% effective is
It's
abstinence.
the
I'm
pull
not
out
saying
game.
practice.
No, pullouts
No,
don't work.
no,
They
It
do
worked.
not work.
It
no.
worked for me.
It does not.
You're lucky. Don't you put that out there,
My
Jeeves.
friend said it worked until it didn't.
Uh,
Exactly.
And
it
It
she
works
worked.
has
until it
two
It
doesn't.
kids
worked.
now. It does
No,
not
you were
work.
lucky.
I've been
I'm
lucky
not saying practice
for
abstinence. I'm just
20
saying
some
be aware
years.
that the only I am saying be aware that the only 100% effective
Yeah,
birth control is abstinence. I'm not saying practice it.
it
Practice
is.
safe
Yes, you're right.
all the time. But
That is
yes,
100%. You're
pull out
correct.
game
You're
So,
ain't
correct.
that strong.
Yeah.
Um
It was strong. I mean, I don't know anything that yet, but I haven't had anybody knock on my
Jimmy
door.
got kids out here and don't even know
Right? Verby's
there's little GBs
so
running around.
before I dig into the piece of shit that this father is, was there more to the story? Was that it?
That was it. But
Okay.
but like I said,
Coco, would you
I wasn't
go
a
ahead.
father, and I'm not a father yet and whatever. But the thing is that if the kid is not. You shouldn't blame anything on the kid. You raised that kid as your own for the last 15 years since he was born, thinking that it was yours. Regardless of who's the father, you are his father. You just decided to take out that anger on that child as well because your wife, his mom, was a piece of shit. Was fucking around the entire time that they were married. So it's like you should only be mad at her and not at him. What he's doing is fucked up. What she did was fucked up as well. The only thing right now is the fact that he's catching strays on this. He's getting
Mm-hmm.
the aftermath of it and the things that his biological dad is dead. So it's like there's no technically right now he has no father, and the only father he knew fucking abandoned him. You know, and it's like I wouldn't know what to do either. Like really, like I mean, that's me. Someone take this because
Yeah.
it pisses me off.
I'll let you go first. Go, go.
Yeah. I was gonna say, as somebody whose dad has a lot of kids and a lot of different baby mamas, and if my dad ever hears or watches this, he probably won't be happy with a lot of things to say. But um, this kind of feels like something that he may possibly or would do because, like with us, like he has like his favorites and whatnot based off of what like in some general sense what they can offer from time to time, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't want to go too far off. I don't want to take the point away from that. But like as somebody who like feels some type of way about fathers,
Mm-hmm.
I do think it's a very shitty situation for OP. Because yeah, I agree this is the only parent that you've ever known, and for this father to have raised this son, to raise this kid as his own, and only just because of blood, which this kid had no control over. Like,
Mm-hmm.
this kid had no control over who his parents were, his parentage, whatnot, had no control over that whatsoever. You're going to punish him instead of and not necessarily that anybody needs punishing, but you're going to punish him for something that wasn't even his fault
Right.
and something that he didn't even know in the first place either. Like I just think it's totally just not fair. Doesn't it doesn't make
It's
him a
not.
good
Yeah,
dad.
it's not at all.
Yeah, it does not make him a good dad. I'm trying not to lose my point here. um, yeah, the fact. Did you say the family was treating him weird too, as well? If I'm not mistaken, or was it just dad that was just being cold?
I think it's just the dad.
Yeah,
He's
yeah. I
treating
just
everybody else fine.
Yeah, he's
yeah
treating
treating
everyone.
everybody else fine, but he's like and yeah, no that hurts on so many different levels too. Because like one, like you're this whole family, everybody's like working together, doing things together, and now you're just separating him from the rest of the family, which gives him that isolated feeling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's like, feels like he's
15. Yeah.
yeah,
15 is
but
already so freaking hard.
yeah.
Right. I mean,
I mean,
we all been there.
teenagers. Um, as far as other points I have from there, just I think that's about it for now. I'm sure something else will come back up later, and I'll be like, and another thing.
So, I mean, like, yeah, like 100% 15. A boy at 15 is already hard enough and everything because you're going through all high school. High school sucks. High school is trash, especially for boys and girls and everything. But like, you've got like puberty and everything else coming in right now. You don't know who you are. You're still trying to find yourself, and then you find out that you're literally not who you thought you were.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I understand, devil's advocate barely, because this man is a absolute piece of shit. I get it that this has just rocked his fucking world because the kid's 15. He said that he's his oldest. he's his oldest son
Yeah.
and everything. And so this has been a 15 plus year relationship that he just found out is basically a lie. Impressed that it made it that long, but I mean, obviously, like I don't know if it was like a one night stand, if she was like cheating long term and everything, because apparently the dad died before the kid was even born and
Yep.
everything. So the dad died, like the kid's actual
Yeah.
sperm donor died 15 years ago
Yep.
and everything. So it's like like did this get found out because she was still cheating on him with some other person? Who knows? I'm
Mhm.
thinking it would have to be because he got the other kids tested too.
Yeah, because he basically said
So
cheat on him their their whole
on
relationship.
15 years.
She was a hoe for 15
I'm
years.
And the
I'm
fact
not
he's willing to give all that up just like that. Just
yes.
like, oh,
Like but all this to say, like, mild devil's advocate, I get that this man's literally probably like half of his life has just been shown to be a fucking lie. Like he just found out that his oldest son, which kind of sounded like he used to be the apple of his eye, isn't his
Yeah.
and everything. He is still reeling from that.
Yeah.
Don't know how long ago this was kind of found out and everything. It's
About.
not okay. The man needs therapy.
Hmm.
What
hmm
he is doing to this child is absolutely abhorrible. Like it's it's disgusting. Like that is you don't again, like you said, you don't take that out on the child and everything. But at the same time, like this man's he doesn't know like if he's coming or going at this point
Yeah.
and everything. And so, yeah, to look at your eldest child that you have raised since day one and tell them that you're not mine. So that's, I don't think anybody that ever loved somebody before could do that.
Hmm.
So
hmm
I think he's hurt. He's lashing out. And again, it's not okay. It's not fine. And he is going to pay for this for the rest of his life because I have
Yeah.
a feeling he is going to come back crawling back and everything and apologizing to his son. His son's not really old enough to forgive and forget.
No, he's gonna live with
Um,
that for the rest of
and
his
he
life.
shouldn't.
Oh,
He
yeah.
shouldn't.
No.
So yeah, like I think that the dad is eventually going to come to his senses and feel horrible about it, and it's gonna kind of be too late because that's like, can you just imagine your parent just telling you like, I don't love you
Like,
anymore.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
what if
don't know
they
you
Like
adopted a
because we
kid
don't
or
share
something?
genetics.
get the
Yeah,
Like,
fuck away from
would he
me.
have done that if they like adopted a child?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
It's
I don't know.
it's crazy because I'm sitting here thinking about it and I'm like, my mom told me this a while back, whatever. Whenever I was first born, my dad didn't want to hold me because I came out like fucking white. So he
All
did,
babies do.
but he didn't know any better. You know, like my parents came from a third world country, so it's like there's not much education, not much resources, and this is back in like the '70s. You know, like whenever like
Yeah.
growing up over
Yeah.
there and stuff. So it's like it's less technology than what they have now. Um, so it's just, but whenever she said that to me, it's like, oh damn, like really. But then it's like after a while, like, he saw that it was, like I'm his child or whatever. So it's like he started learning. But you see, that's the difference right here is that my dad didn't know any better because of like he doesn't realize like baby dudes come out fucking like white sometimes, like straight white. Um, but whereas this dad should know fucking better, and I mean apparently because he thinks that that was his child. But it's like you said, like he needs to get therapy because he's hurting. The dad is hurting. He's taking out on his child. The child is hurting now because of what the dad is doing, all because of the mom's fuck up. You know,
Kid was
which
a victim in all
Right.
this too, and now he's a double
Yeah.
victim.
yep. So it's just that when I
It's all about
yeah
choices, and right now
You
she
scrolling
made a
for an
bad
update.
choice and now he's making a bad choice.
yeah
So,
You're scrolling for some sort of an update, right?
I did. There's nothing. He didn't reply to
God
nobody.
damn it.
So, but I mean, he was just venting, which this was 29 days ago. So it's still there. I mean, I'm looking through it. I don't see nothing from OP. Hold on. I
ooh,
just found one. This was the comment was, "Where's your mom when all it where in all of this? Do your siblings still speak to her? Can't she help with college?" I guess somewhere along the line is about college or whatever. But he said, "I'm in no contact with her. She's a narcissistic bitch."
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's an
So
update.
wait, hold on. So OP is 20. They found out 5 years ago now. So that's what.
Oh, so
Oh,
this,
20 now. Okay.
oh,
So he's venting this because it's been 5 years since that happened, and the
And it's
dad
still
is
bothering
it's
him.
still
Yeah.
bothering him. So
5 years and the dad is, wow.
yeah,
So they were both pieces of shit parents. Okay.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Love that for them. Yeah, the fact that
Uh,
5 years later that the dad hasn't like kind of tried to make some sort of peace, like thrown down the hatch, like, hey, listen, I fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
mm-hmm.
And the things,
That's wild. Mm,
whoa,
So my advice to you is get better.
right.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
What was that wool? What was that wool? What'd you read?
I found another one. This is like I have to keep scrolling to find these. Sometimes the lessons we learn from our parents are what not to do. If you were my sibling, I would do him what he's done to you. How are they not disgusted with him? I hope they were just too little to really understand and do eventually give him a taste of his own medicine. I'm so sorry this happened to you. OP responded, "They don't care. My 18-year-old sister bullies me because he's paying for her college while I'm working two jobs." I was looking for that comment of like of the college thing,
So the family is treating him
like he's the
like, because
outsider of
that's
the
what I was
family.
wondering about the other kids too. Like, how are you dealing with life with the other children as well? Because that do make a difference.
Hmm.
Like, because they see how our parents treat
Yeah,
us, and then they be like, "Well, I can get away with this because you don't matter."
yeah.
It's like
The
it's fucked
last,
up.
yeah, the last thing I got is, why is she then still in your life? Seems like you take a lesson from your former father. He said, "She isn't. I only see her at family functions. My younger brothers are better though." So he does have
Okay.
some siblings on his side. So
He still goes to family functions though? Shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he just goes on about like replying to everybody. He's like, "Oh, how old is he now?" Because that's what the 20. He said he's 20 and he's 5. I guess the way how he wrote was he was just venting, so it just all came out the way it did.
Yeah.
But man, OP, get some therapy, brother, if you haven't yet. Uh,
I'm a big advocate for therapy.
yep.
I
Mm.
need to go myself.
Mm.
I need to afford therapy again.
Amen.
That part.
Therapy in this economy.
Yeah. Okay. On to the next one. We're diving into, am I the assholes?
My favorite.
Yay.
Love it. Let's
Love
do
it.
this.
Let's do this
So many opinions. I have them all.
one. Am I the asshole for telling my family no more to monthly family dinners?
No. Immediate no.
Immediate.
Immediate no. But go on.
Ever since my dad was a kid, our family has done monthly family dinners, nicer ones than your average family dinner. It's something our family did when my siblings and I were kids too. We'd have grandparents over and we'd all have a nicer dinner together. When my siblings and I grew up, we still did it only instead of what happened before where branches broke off over time and did their own. They decided we should include partners, spouses, and our kids as a whole in one. By the time I was 19, the family had decided they would take turns hosting each month to lessen the burden. My wife was excited to be a part of them at first. We started during our relationship. I did the cooking to start, and then she took over after a while because she wanted to. My family had seemingly got along with my wife before this point, but they were overly harsh of her cooking, with the exception of my two younger siblings. She tried to make them happy, but no dice. I told them they could be kinder. They said she should cook better or cook different things. My wife didn't make anything they don't eat, but nothing was right. She grew frustrated and I grew suspicious. So we hosted a couple of months ago, and I told my wife we were going to pretend I did the cooking just to see. She told me she felt like they weren't fond of her food. I pointed out nobody had the same amount of complaints as them, and they even criticized the steak and potatoes. They all seemed to go crazy for her. She went along with the plan, and when my family thought I'd cooked it, they loved it. Said it was so good, my wife had decided to let the real talent take over. That it was so nice to have something a little different, curry, and all this very lovely stuff. My younger brother and sister weren't fooled, but they enjoyed watching the rest of the family dig a hole. When the rest of the family heard it was my wife's food and not mine, they tried so hard to backtrack on all the nice stuff. The rest of the dinner went in tense silence, and my wife's eyes were opened. I told her I was done with these dinners and she was my priority. She felt a little bad. I told her we could have dinners with my younger brother and sister sometimes. It's less stress anyway. When we didn't show up to last month's dinner or this one, my parents and siblings started asking questions. I told them each time we weren't going again, but missing two made it sink in. They told we need to be there. I said never again. My wife doesn't deserve their disrespect. I told them they ruined what they wanted by being assholes to her. They said I was overreacting, making very relationship harming choices, and treating them badly for simply having issues with my wife's food. They also said to think of our future kids and how they'll miss out. Some of it got to my wife a little, which I have tried to reassure her about. Am I the asshole? No, no, not the asshole at all.
I
Like,
am so happy you read this one.
like I have a big family, and we used to do a lot, like get-togethers and stuff. And like my grandfather was like the main one that like like we all came because uh, my grandfather was like, oh yeah, come, like come over, and we would do like birthdays. We had so many birthdays. We had so many like Thanksgivings, Christmas, stuff like that, or whatever. So it was like each year it was always something. Well, as we got older, and then my grandfather passed away, the family kind of like did a little split, and it was okay because we still got together with like some of the other members of the family while my grandmother was still alive, and then um, it was kind of weird because my grandmother's birthday was like 2 weeks before she had passed. She just turned like 98, and most of my family was there. It was just like weird because like we didn't see y'all for Christmas, we didn't see y'all for Thanksgiving, which I understand. You got your own little family now. It's okay, Um, but it's like after she passed, and like we did like all the traditional stuff for the funeral and stuff. Like most of the family was there as well. And I feel that our our get-togethers is gonna be a lot smaller than what it was because she was kind of like holding. There was like reasons for us to get together. Because it's my grandmother's birthday, or it was Mother's Day, or stuff like that, or like this might be our last Christmas with her, our last Thanksgiving, which it was.
Mhm.
But it's like it's, but it's okay for people not to show up. What they're doing was is fucked up. It's like, oh, just because, like, why? I thought y'all liked her. Like, what made y'all change your minds about her? She she didn't, like, she made things that they would eat and just criticize her. And whenever he did the switcheroo, they praised the food which she cooked. So it has to be something with the
Mm-hmm.
parents and
Mhm.
her that they don't like her for some reason. So uh,
And I know I'm going to say something that because all three of us are Southern, I know we're all going to think the same thing. If you're a guest in somebody's home and they cook you a meal, you shut your mouth, you eat the meal, you say thank you. You don't criticize somebody's cooking. If they ask you how it was, you tell them, it's great. Thank you. I appreciate you.
right.
You don't criticize somebody's food, especially if you are a guest in their home. Like if it's an allergy thing, Okay, fine. But at this point, it's not an allergy thing. You're straight up criticizing the quality of their food. I don't care if it's absolute shit. Somebody tried. Somebody did something for you. Somebody went out of their way. They spent their money, they spent their time, they put their effort and everything else. You are appreciative for so that in and of itself. 100%. Like, I don't even care if it's family. I don't care if it's a guest. I don't care if you're never going to see these people again. When you're
Mhm.
a guest in somebody's home, you are appreciative of the efforts they put forward if they are genuine
Yep.
and everything. So
Right.
first and foremost, that was I heard the story and everything. So I am so because this one set me hot the first time I heard it
Yep.
because I was like, first and foremost, again, somebody went through all the time, effort, money, and everything to do this thing, to be part of this tradition that you want to keep going so badly. Like, what is even the point? And everything. So shame on the parents and the family. Kudos to the siblings and everything. Good on them. But like shame on the grown ass old adults
Right.
who should damn well know better, who come from a time where again that was the norm. You don't do that
No.
and everything. So they are the assholes. Him, first and foremost, you're going to find that it's so rare in so many of these stories for the spouse, whether it's the wife, whether it's the husband, to stand up for their spouse against family,
Yep.
which that right there is what makes and breaks a marriage, what makes and breaks a relationship. Because when you have, like, I get like the whole family first, um, uh, but, but like you are choosing, like you can't choose your family if they are shitheads, pieces of whatever. You can't necessarily control that. You can't choose your family, but the people you marry, the people that you start a home with, the people that you start a family with, you choose that.
Right.
Mhm.
And you have to, at that point, you are putting them first.
Yep.
You are a partnership. You put each other first. It is, hey, I see that my family are treating you poorly. That makes them poor people. That I'm not going to support that action because A, you don't you don't praise bad behavior. You
Mm-hmm.
don't do it in a toddler, you don't do it in a grown ass adult. So 100% like if they're doing this to this significant other, who's to say if you started a new relationship with somebody else, they're not going to do it to her and
Mhm.
everything? Because you've got a lot of crazy ass mothers out there that will literally tear down any woman that comes into her son's life
Right.
because they're never good enough for her son. And apparently they would just rather the son be lonely and miserable forever.
Mm-hmm.
Which I hate those stories. Oh my God.
Yep.
They get me so hot. But he is that was so good on him. She didn't have to be the one to bring it up. In fact, she was the one sitting there trying to make peace. So I get it. She's trying not to make waves, but let him do what he needs to do to protect you at
Yep.
that point and everything. Just support him and what he wants to do to protect you and to make sure that y'all are okay. Like they kind of, he didn't make the choice to put that gulf between them. They did.
Right.
Like, so he was just showing them on their bullshit and everything, which again, super rare for a spouse to do that I've seen on Reddit in general. So, no, kudos on him
Mhm.
to be that support and to actually to be the one. It's not her calling them out and him going, "Yeah, okay, she's got a point." It's going, "No, I see my family's bullshit and I'm going to stop this shit right here because my wife's sanity and happiness comes first." So, not the asshole.
Right.
I agree with the not the asshole. Sorry, I'm a choke. um,
Lube the tube.
I made me yeah, lube the tube. We got this.
Everybody's just lubing it.
Addressing the
Me,
thirsty.
me, me, me,
Wow.
me. But first thing I wanted to say is, yeah, I agree. Not the asshole. W husband for
Right.
standing up for your wife, especially in situations like this. Um, I'm glad I got some notes here because now I can remember what I'm.
She did it.
Ah, um, a lot of people like nowadays kind of wonder why we don't have family reunions and stuff like we used to. And part of it has to do with things like this. Like people, like don't get me wrong, there are. I'm gonna preface this by saying I am a Cajun. Okay, we are picky about food, but we know not to. Don't say anything. Don't
Yep.
go to somebody's house and like you because there's a respect thing. Don't go
Yep.
to somebody's house disrespecting their food. If you're picky about it, you don't like the way it looked, don't eat it.
Yep.
Especially if it's in a big gathering. Don't eat it.
Don't touch
Like
it.
now, if it's at like a dinner setting, maybe take like one bite of it and just be like, I'm just gonna move on to the next. Don't
Don't
Save
criticize
room for
it.
just don't
dessert.
say shit. That's it.
Room
Don't
for
say
dessert.
shit.
Don't say shit. Um, Let me go through my list. So the other thing I was gonna say was also too like they're complaining about them not coming anymore, not like not showing up anymore,
Hmm.
and that's because a lot of times too like when you're being disrespectful to a point like that, I don't want to be there either. I'm not going to show up just so you can like sit there. And when they did the switcheroo like they did, and they didn't have anything to say because like one, you're disrespecting my wife
Mm-hmm.
in the first place. Two, obviously the food's really not that bad if you're just sitting up here, like
Yep.
it's whatever grudge you have with her. Like you basic I wrote down basically biting the hand that's feeding you because
Yeah.
she's taking time out of her day to like, sit here and help you know, bring food to this function and y'all don't like it. So guess what? I'm with him. I'm gonna take my wife. We gonna do our own thing, spend our own time together. We'll start our own traditions with our own family, you know, kind of like that. And then they were talking about like the future kids. What about the future kids and things like that? Well, you made your bed. That's
Yep.
that's what y'all want. Future kids can decide if they want to. They have a choice if they want to try to revamp this. But if you're gonna be that way, if you're gonna be that way to my mom, like you're especially when it comes to my mom, and
Mm-hmm.
you gonna talk about my mom's cooking like that? Nah, I ain't showing up. So yeah, definitely not the asshole. W husband and wife don't feel bad.
Yep.
Nope.
Mhm.
OP did do some responding. Somebody said, "Not the asshole. It's pretty clear the issue isn't her food. It's her. For whatever reason, they don't seem to like her. Good for you for standing up to them." OP responded,
Mhm.
"Having that confirmed sucked badly, but I wasn't going to pretend it was okay to treat her this way either. They wouldn't come right out and say it either. They tried to hide behind the food." Someone says, "Start a new tradition with your younger brother and sister. Invite them only to your house. Forget the rest of them." Opie said, "That's the plan."
Good.
Good.
Yeah. And then someone else did ask, like, you said that she was cooking curry. So they asked, like, are they raised, like, is your wife Indian or are they racist or whatever? He said, no, they're white just like he is. And uh, he just, they just don't like
He
her.
he even said that she cooked the same stuff that they love, the
Yeah.
steak and potatoes and things like that, and they still had something to say about it.
Right.
Yeah,
Um,
because like at one point I was gonna be like, well, maybe it's like a dish or something that she cooked that probably
yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
that great because not everything that like some people cook is that good, but you still don't have to criticize it like that. Like you'd be
Yes.
like, yeah, it's
And not
it's
every
okay.
meal. Like every meal,
Yeah,
come on.
Mm-hmm.
find the
And
positives.
just kind of while we're like on that topic and everything of like family traditions and stuff like that, and you'd kind of said something, Coco, a second ago about like just kind of on the lines of, the kids bringing kids into it and stuff like that. There's been a lot of talk in the last decade or so about like our generation and younger generations. We are finally breaking a lot of trauma cycles
Mm-hmm.
from our parents and our grandparents and stuff like that. And a lot of the healing from those trauma cycles is stepping back from a lot of traditions, a lot of family functions, a lot of get togethers. My thing is one of the reasons that I was happy to move to a different state for 5 years was because both sides of my family can be extremely toxic, and I had gotten to the point where I was woke. I was very, very willing to call people out on their bullshit. And I was just like, and I was like, I was like, you can only try to teach people so much before you're like, this is a waste. This is how you have chosen to live your life. This is how you have the type of person you have chosen to be. I don't have to support it. I don't have to be a part of it.
Right.
Aside from my myriad of health reasons, I had chosen a long time ago that I didn't want to have kids because I did not want to introduce a new generation into the type of cycles I have in my family. Because I never would have been okay leaving my children alone with either of my parents. I wouldn't have wanted to have to explain to them why we don't see certain members of our family and everything else like that. I didn't want to have to explain why certain people's actions weren't okay at family functions. And I don't think it's getting normalized. It's becoming more normalized, but I still don't think stepping away from unhealthy families is normalized enough.
Mm,
I think it needs to be made very, very much okay because the longer you stick around, the longer you sit by quietly, or even if you argue with somebody over it and everything, it's you can only do so much until a person just goes, well, this is the way I want to be. And you're like, okay, I don't have to be a part of it. I don't have to have this in my life. I don't have to accept this into my life. And that's one of the reasons I chose not to have kids. My favorite line is my bloodline dies with me. And that is a mantle that I have taken up. So I think that we need to normalize more stepping away from unhealthy families, from toxic families. You can't save everyone. Yes, I feel like you should give people a chance, like explain, hey, this is why this isn't okay. Like that racist uncle, like that shit, like the people that
right.
make you uncomfortable and everything, call them out. Like, I don't get that joke. Why is it funny?
Yeah.
Can you explain that joke to me? What's funny about that joke? Call them out. And if at a certain point you're like, you know what, it's not worth it, you don't have to be okay with it. Basically, you don't have to okay it by just staying in it. Leave it.
Yeah.
Right.
I understand it's hard to leave family. It's harder to stay with them sometimes. You deserve better. You deserve healthier. So
Right on. That's what I say
that's my
too.
soapbox.
Yeah. I agree. Agree with all that.
Tap tap.
Okay, we got two more stories left. And on the last one, I'll give y'all a choice to pick.
Mm.
But before we get to those two, because those two do have updates.
Okay.
So,
You're safe. You're safe.
Kirby's
You're
getting
safe.
fed.
Nom, 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 nom.
yeah.
I'm here for this.
So this this is I've been waiting to read this story for like for a while.
Is it juicy? Is it juicy?
It's from I am not the asshole. I mean, am I the asshole? Holy
Love
shit.
these. Love these. Love these. Let's
Cool.
go. Let's do this. Yes.
All right, this one is coming from Am I the Asshole? Written about 1 year ago. Am I the asshole for always putting my boobs on the table?
No. Immediate no. Both me and
I
Coco's
was just
face.
thinking
No.
about putting my boobs on a table just now. What are you talking about?
Oh
Big
man,
titty committee. Yes.
Hey, let's go. High five.
there's nothing wrong with putting boobs on the table. I encourage it. So
Okay. So keep go on. Go
Unless
on.
they're like implants that aren't in there yet and they just go smack smack.
there's no buts. So basically, my group of friends, about 8 total, get together every week for D&D. There are only 2 women in our group, including myself. It's always a friend A's house because he's the DM and has his fancy table and his whole setup there. A has a fiance who recently moved in with him. She's cool, and I don't really have anything against her. She just has her own group of friends and doesn't have the same interests as us or clique, for a lack of better word, with her husband's friend. She recently has been trying to get more into A's interests, so she has been there for our games. She doesn't play with us, just kind of watches and plays on her phone, which is fine, of course. A has a table he set up specifically for the game, one with a recessed middle so we don't have to put away our stuff at the end. He just puts a leaf over the top to protect it. Because of that, in order to move around your character, you have to lean forward or stand to be able to reach. Now, I have big boobs. I'm not a particularly big woman. I'm like in my late 20s, 5'4", and 155 ish pounds, with a H cup breast.
Woo!
And yes, before you ask, I have already
Okay,
started the process of getting a reduction, and I cannot wait to have this weight off of me.
good for you.
The problem is that when I lean forward to move my character, my breasts squish against the side of the table, and after a while, it gets uncomfortable and painful. So I've taken to lifting up a little and settling with my breasts sitting on the edge of the table. It doesn't push them up or call attention to them. To be honest, I don't even think it's noticeable. With the height of the chairs, I can still sit normally with them there and lean forward without it hurting my boobs. I've been doing this for months and no one has said anything. But last week, A's fiance snapped out of nowhere and accused me of trying to put myself on display to put my boobs away because no one cares. I was shocked and I didn't know what she was talking about at first. Neither did anyone else until she pointed at my boobs and called attention to what I was doing. She got really, really upset and caused a scene, and we ended the night early. She's still mad at me and doesn't want me to come over to the house anymore. I've apologized and said I try not to do it anymore, and even told her how I'm going to get it reduced next year. She called me a show off and slut and is asking A to stop being friends with me. I'm at a loss. I do this all the time. I've even caught myself doing it at home with my own table without even thinking about it. Am I the asshole? No, you're not the asshole. The asshole is that stupid motherfucking bitch that is the DM's girlfriend. She inserted herself in a place that she has nothing, no knowledge about, and the things that I got a feeling that he's like a big nerd or whatever, and she must be like this, like oh, like I don't know, like just different from them. And the thing is that
Hmm.
you're coming into their space and nobody else noticed. I mean, who's not going to notice an H cup? But I mean, like they're not like oh, like just gawking at her or whatever. Like no, they're playing D&D. Everybody's like whenever she even like the girlfriend says something, everybody's like, what the fuck? Like what the fuck are you talking about? Until she had to point it out, like nobody knew what the fuck was going on. So it's like don't like she must be insecure. The girlfriend must be insecure about her body. She must have either a flat chest or a smaller breast or something, and she just sees that oh, like this girl has big boobs and she's playing with my with my boyfriend and he's probably staring at it and all this shit. Like, get over it. Like, you can't
Right.
blame somebody for your insecurities. And it's just like, put your boobs anywhere. Like, I don't care. Free the titties. Like, I, I'm all for it. Like, I don't. It does not bother me. I mean,
She'd get
like,
even more mad if she freed the titties.
right? But she's not the asshole. The girlfriend's the asshole, and A should stand up for his friend. If that was truly his friend, he would have her back because what the girlfriend is saying is not right. Like you're judging somebody's body because she has big boobs and you think that your boyfriend is looking at them or staring at them and you're getting jealous and you're insecure about yourself. So it's like stop body shaming. Like it's fucking ridiculous.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we and I'll probably say this a lot off and on. We are not responsible for other people's insecurities. We are 100% not responsible for other people's insecurities, and that's what it sounds like. Is that she's like super insecure? Like my first thought was like, yeah, like for that size, and having to
She's
reach over a
tiny and that
table.
big.
Yeah, like yeah, for her to be that small and have breasts that big and having to like reach over a table, it's gonna happen. But I 100% can guarantee you, if they haven't, okay, I'm not gonna say that they haven't noticed because they probably have noticed, but they're probably not paying attention to it because they're probably so invested in their
Yeah.
game that they're playing, trying to get through their campaign, that they're not even worried about it. And the fact that she's just hanging around, just like staring at this chick, just waiting for something, like you, it's like you're manifesting
Mm-hmm.
something to happen. It's like you're sitting up there just wanting to manifest, like, oh, this is what she's here for, and he's just gonna go right for her. He's just gonna cheat. Like he's just
Yeah.
staring at her boobs. I just know he is. I know
Hmm.
he's doing it. Um, she's just super jealous and super insecure, and I don't think you're an asshole, and I don't think you should stop. I mean, I would try to maybe put a little effort to be a little bit more mindful of it. Like maybe depending on, you know what, even saying that feels like
Mm-hmm.
it's like, yeah,
It doesn't feel
um,
like you're a girl's girl if you say stuff like that because
yeah,
it's what we've been conditioned to think. Yes.
yeah, and yeah, I agree with that. Um, do what makes you comfortable. As long as they know that you're not doing it for attention, like you're not doing it to like, you're fine.
Yeah, she's not going, huh, fuck,
Oh yeah.
fuck out of here. She's not doing that.
Exactly. So like for context and everything, just something to kind of like consider. Depending on band size, an H cup ranges anywhere from 4 pounds to 11 pounds. And because I am also, I've got like two sports bras on right now and everything. I am part of the Big Itty Committee. And it's first, just like CoCo was saying, it is so hard to maneuver around tables without taking out the whole fucking table, the game
Right.
board, the map, all the pieces, rolling three different dice, like taking out the dice tower, just reaching across the table. Like it's we joke and we
Sweepstakes.
call it exactly. But so it's hard enough doing that, but also that amount of weight, like all everybody's like, oh, you get used to it, you get used to it. You don't. Like I am 40 and getting to be bow backed because I last I got was G. I'm a G. And I will like I've argued with this and everything because a lot of the stuff that I wear can be kind of revealing because it's just it's hard to find things that fit when you get to be a certain size. And so I wear almost nothing but tank tops now. And I had somebody say something about it at a family function. And I literally went around to the whole thing and I found something that weighed about what my chest weighed. And I put it in a Walmart bag and I tied them together. And so you had two Walmart bags. And I was like, put this over your neck. And they sat that, it was my dad, sat there with that shit over their neck and everything for like an hour. And he's like, man, my neck hurts. Like, man, my shoulders hurt.
I wonder how.
Imagine. I was like, at least you get to take it off at the end of this fucking day.
Right?
I was like, you think I complain about my back hurting all the time? 100%. The second she said her titties go on the table, I'm like, I was like, because
I was
I'll be
just
at a
gonna split
counter,
for a second.
huh?
I was said while you were talking about pain for a second. I don't mean to
Yeah,
cut you off, like
no, you're
pain for a
good.
second. Literally, when I was getting ready for work yesterday, when I was like cleaning and doing like my little wash off or whatnot, literally one of my titties pulled a muscle. Like I pulled a muscle
Oh
in my
no.
chest on this side.
Damn, that's the hurt.
And
See?
I'm sitting up here and I'm like, you are talking about like, oh yeah, no, it's that bad. It's not that heavy. I literally pulled a muscle so bad that I thought I was having actual chest pain for a second. It was like, should I
Yep.
check?
Damn.
Yep. Like straight
So
up, like people don't get it. And it's like we didn't choose unless you got plastic surgery, you don't choose the fucking size that you have.
That
You have
part.
no say. You can lose like her 150 pounds and an H cup. Hello. That literally sounded like me in high school. And like right out of high school and everything, I was like 120 pounds. I already had my first D cup and everything. I was skinny with big itties. Like you can't control it. So to sit there and quite like to call somebody a slut and to sit there like, oh, you like they're hypersexualizing your body. First off, that would be
Hmm.
my first response is, hey, don't sexualize my body and everything because I can't control what it looks like.
That part.
But they don't people don't get that even as stupid as it sounds, taking those things and flopping them up on like a counter or something for even 2 minutes gets 10 pounds, 10 pounds of weight off your back. Like take a little dumbbell or even like one of the little flat weights or something that's 10 pounds, pick that up and just imagine carrying that on the front end of you in front
Every
of you
day.
wherever you
The
go,
Yeah.
taking
every
out
single
cups and
day.
glasses and everything else. But like at the same time, like you've got to deal with, I bend over to put on my shoes and I have literally pulled muscles in my back and in my shoulders putting on shoes, shaving my legs. We don't shave my legs just a whole lot anymore because I have a bad back and everything and nobody's touching them anyways. So like it's just they don't get it's just that 5 minutes of just being able to lift them up off of your body and everything. And she is not a girl's girl. Like,
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry.
Nope.
Like, if that's all she's doing, if that is literally all she is doing, and she thinks that that means that she can call her a slut and tell her that she's looking for attention and everything else like that, like, and again, this might be a situation devil's advocate, but I don't want to. This might be a situation of lived experiences. Like you were saying, she might be itty bitty titty committee and everything. And so she doesn't get how bad that weight and that pain can get and everything. And just that momentary euphoria of pulling them up and just setting them on something so they're not weighing you down and
Hmm.
all, she might not get that. So it might not be a lived experience. But at the end of the day, like be a girl's girl.
Hmm.
Be
She
like,
don't want
hey,
no man.
Yep.
exactly. I was like, just be like, hey, it it kind of makes me uncomfortable when you do this. Why do you like is there like are you trying to get somebody's attention at the table or something else like that? Like say something
Yeah.
and everything. Don't be rude about it. Don't come at her aggressively and everything. Just be like, hey, like
Hmm.
pourquoi? Like
Or
and
pull
everything.
aside and talk about it. Don't do it in front of
Exactly.
everybody like that too, because then that was also like
Brings attention
a
to it. Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
Like because now everybody's going, wait, she's doing what? Because I play D&D. I've got almost all of my friends play D&D. I promise you that they are so embroiled in what the hell is going on, making sure that they're getting all their roles, making sure they're getting all their buffs, everything else like that. They probably barely realize she's fucking over there. They are so busy putting on that mask and everything and being like the crazy bard trying to put the dragon. Like, I guarantee you, they probably don't even realize she's doing it
Right.
until the girlfriend had to come out and say something and everything. So, A, not the asshole. Like, I'm sorry, take your breaks where you can get them. You're in a safe place. And going back to that, kind of like what you were saying earlier, like we're not responsible for other people's reactions and everything, and that is the big problem with hypersexualizing our bodies. And
Hmm.
I know you've all everybody's heard it and everything at one point. A woman can walk naked down the street and should expect to be left the fuck alone.
Right.
Like at the end of the day, it's like my I've proven it multiple times. I have literally put my dinner plate down on the floor in front of my dog and told him, leave it, and walked away. And guess what? He leaves it because he knows that's not his.
Yeah.
He understands no. My dog understands no than most grown ass people.
Right.
And so that is another aspect of this is like that girl can come, sorry, all girls is bees. Sorry, I just say it. That girl can come to the table, ass naked, put a towel down, please, and everything and still be expected to be treated a certain way. It doesn't mean hypersexualize somebody. Still, maybe
Stop
don't do
Bible.
it. But like but that's like you were saying, CoCo, is like we are not should not be and are not responsible for other people's reactions and everything. And so but yeah, like it doesn't sound like the guys have given her any reason to be
Mm-mm.
concerned about this. It was just this
Yeah,
girlfriend.
it's just her.
So, yeah, no, not the asshole.
No,
I also wonder if there's other women there. Just a thought.
I
It
think
kind of sounded like it was just them, didn't it?
it was just
Yeah,
her and it looks like it was
the
her and
fiance.
the fiance. Yeah,
Yeah.
the
And it's so hard as a woman sitting down at a table and playing D&D because first off, you've got millions of gatekeepers. Like, is she really nerdy enough for this? Is she's just doing this to be cool and be one of the guys? It is
Mm-hmm.
so hard to find a good table. Like, we don't realize, like, we as in like us, CoCo, like we're surrounded by a lot of really, really good nerdy guys.
We're lucky.
Oh, we are very lucky. I have had friends who have done D&D and, you know, are like, "Oh, or do you really want to play? Are you like good at it? Are you just doing it because you want to run it like you want to be an elf and run around and pick like shit like that and everything." And then I come in as a barbarian and kill everything, including my party, because it pissed me off. I play nothing but buff dommy mommies, so like there's a reason Carlac is my shit. Um, but like that right there, that pisses me off because it's so hard finding a good table where you as a woman can go and play with a bunch of men and be treated well.
yeah.
Right.
And so the fact that she's having to deal with this person who isn't even a part of the fucking table, making it awkward and difficult when it sounds like she actually found a good table to play at as a woman,
Right.
that shit is so hard and
And I think,
everything. So
yeah, I
fuck
think it even
her.
said. I know we're still going on about it, but I mean, it's a good story.
Yeah,
Um, but also like she, because I think part of what you said was like she was coming because she was trying to see like like a peek into like his world and like what he's doing.
Hmm.
Obviously she's not paying attention to what's going on to the
Right,
story or anything, because if she's too busy sitting over here looking at how the other chick that's in the room is playing, she's
right,
not paying attention to the story. She's not paying attention to like the rules and like everything, how everything's going, like how to do your roles and things like that. She's
right.
not there for that. That
No,
she
she's not there for
came
that.
there to pick on somebody.
Yep.
yeah. That's actually you took the words out of this commenter's mouth. It had like 5,600 upvotes. She's not trying to get involved in her fiance's hobbies. She's been joining to keep her eye on you, waiting
Hmm.
for
Hmm.
the flirting or trying to catch a stolen glance. The fact that nothing has been going on doesn't change the fact that she's crazy and jealous and shouldn't be getting married. But when she saw your tits, she thought she finally caught you. What was the reaction of everyone else when she started yelling about the boobs being on the table?
It's a wild statement.
Put the dragon! Put the dragon!
Oh, somebody else commented.
He blew up my ship!
Another one said, "You're not the asshole. Put my boobs away. Yeah, sure. Just pop them off and leave them in the car. Because no one cares. She obviously cares. She called me a show off and is asking A to stop being friends with me. Green is such an unattractive color sometimes. Is she going to tell A to stop being friends with all females who have features that activate her insecurities and envy? It's yeah, it's
It
just ridiculous.
reminded me of the
Oh,
meme. The one, that comment that you just read where somebody goes, yeah, let me just pop it off and do it. So there was a meme where it's like, can you imagine like if you could take like certain parts of your body off and like, you know, hang them up,
Ugh,
and it's like,
God, it'd be
so
so
it's a
nice.
it's a it's a meme of a person that's like running out their house and they're like patting their pockets for like, keys, chest, ah shit, my titties, and then run back. So it's him running back into the
wow,
house.
that's insane. But yeah,
It's
oh, OP,
perfect.
OP, not the asshole at all.
No.
No.
No. girlfriend's insecure. Well, fiance's insecure. She should be getting married if she has that many insecurities, especially
That
playing
part.
D&D. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
like majority, like look, I'm one of the guys. I see titties. I'm see titties. I see ass. I see ass. But I'm not
Yeah.
staring directly at it and like not paying attention to what the fuck is going on. So it's like it's ridiculous. Anybody that's playing D&D is not there to see what the fuck do you have on. It's to see what the fuck are you gonna do in the game.
That.
Like that's it. Like
Mhm.
how the fuck am I survive? What bullshit this motherfucker is gonna put me through? You know, it's all of that. But it has
Might be nefarious in the game, but that's in the game.
right.
Exactly.
Okay. Last
Let's
story
go.
is coming from Best of Redditor updates.
Love it.
Am I the asshole for leaving my boyfriend on the side of the road?
Mm-mm. Case
I,
closed.
26 female, and my boyfriend Nick, 27 male, have been dating for almost a year. And something that has always bothered me is how Nick does not believe in maintaining or taking care of his vehicles. Background: to give some context, Nick bought his car brand new about 5 years ago and has put about 70,000 miles on the vehicle. Since purchasing the vehicle, he has never had an oil change, nor does he do any kind of regular maintenance. I would like to clarify by saying Nick's refusal to maintain his vehicle is not due to any kind of financial insecurity. Nick has an
Coastal Reddit.
Nick has an incredible job that pays him very fairly. As a hobby and side job, I like to restore vehicles for a profit. I am by no means a mechanic. I mostly clean clean up the vehicles, do body work and paint restoration. How the fuck is that not a mechanic? That's
About to
part.
say what?
Yeah. However, I do have that's actually pretty well because I'm not
Mhm.
a body work or paint person, so
Shit's hard.
it is.
Yeah.
However, I do have a pretty fundamental understanding of cars and I know how to do the basics, which honestly anybody should know. If
Especially
not,
if you're doing restoration.
yeah. Story. Nick called me yesterday on my day off and told me he was about 10 minutes from my house and that he had a flat tire and asked if I could come to help him out. What? I'm sorry. I'd never read this story. So this is this is
This is new to you too.
whoo, bro. Okay. Had a flat tire and asked if I could come help him out. I grabbed my tool bag and headed out. When I got there, Nick did not only have a flat tire, but his front left rotor was cracked and his rim was bent to hell. For those who don't know, a rotor is
What
part
did
of
he?
car's brakes.
That's what I'm asking.
And his rim was bent to hell. I was telling Nick that his car was undrivable and that he needed to call a tow. Nick started arguing with me, telling me that it was just a flat tire and that it was not a big deal. Bro, okay. I tried showing Nick how bad the damage was, but he insisted I was overreacting and that he just needed me to change the tire. I refused, and in Nick's own words, I started mothering him on how poorly he takes care of his car. The argument got heated, and Nick lashed out at me and started saying things like, "Just because you have a set of pink tools and watch YouTube doesn't make you a fucking mechanic."
Excuse you, sir?
hmm After
Roll
Nick,
that back.
after Nick said this, I started to pack up my tools and told him that he was right. I'm not a mechanic, but that he should probably call one because I'm not changing his tire. I left Nick on the side of the road, and he refuses to talk to me until I apologize for abandoning him. Am I the asshole? No. Fuck no. And
No.
Yes.
fuck this dude.
Oh.
This got me fucking pissed. One, bro, you bought a new car, didn't have it serviced at 70,000 miles. You decide to call your girlfriend to come help you because you don't know how to fucking goddamn change a goddamn fucking spare. Learn. Everybody needs to learn. I don't care if you're anybody, whatever fucking sex you are. It don't
Male,
matter.
female, whatever.
You need to
Learn.
learn how to do these things because you are driving a vehicle. You do not want to be stuck on the side of the road. If you're stuck on the side of the road and you're hours away from anybody that would come be able to come get to you, um, you might have an emergency and you need to, go wherever. Regardless, learn. Um, and the thing is that you're telling her that she's not a mechanic, and she says she's not one, but she is one. She knows basic shit. She knows
Mm-hmm.
basic stuff, like she does restorations. That to me, anything dealing with a vehicle, you're a mechanic. Like the shit that she's doing, she's doing body work and all that stuff. But anyways, it doesn't take much to learn how to use a fucking jack. It has instructions on it. There's YouTube, anything you can learn on YouTube or whatever. And you're disrespecting her by one, you need help. You called her out there. And the thing is that she's trying to tell you this is not fucking safe. Any fucking person with a brain cell can see that shit is fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And she's trying to tell you this and you fucking insulting her. Like, bro, for real, I'm glad she left you on the side of the road. She's not the asshole. You're a piece of shit. I hope she leaves you. I hope the update is that she leaves you because I
Oh yeah,
can't.
we
I
do have an
can't.
update.
The brodacity. The brodacity.
Mm-hmm.
Like I am let
We
me
have like two and a quarter car people in here. Two.
let
The
me
only reason why I say a quarter is because like I only know from what I had to learn from my little broke down car, my
But you
parts
learned.
car.
But you
yes.
learned.
Here's the thing that makes me a little upsetty spaghetti is who the hell is this in my house? Anyways, sorry. The, the thing that makes me upset and everything is that he called her. He called her. He called her for help because he knew she knew what she was doing. And that's literally like going to the doctor and being like, I'm not trying to compare her to like a doctor, but you are going to somebody who knows what they're talking about. You don't like the answer they give you, and so then you try to knock them down a peg because you are emasculated because she's telling you that you've done fucked up. You don't know what you're talking about. This isn't safe. I'm not wasting my time and energy in doing something that could get you hurt, like having that much damage and everything. First off, what the fuck did you hit? Like that shit's not hard. That's not as easy to do as you think.
No.
Right.
But secondly, like somebody who cares about your safety is saying this isn't okay, this isn't safe, you can't drive on it like this. You called this person who knows what they're doing and what they're talking about, and then you want to argue with them over it. Like I too am a YouTube certified mechanic and everything. And so he too could have been, he could have, like you said, looked up on YouTube on how to change a fucking tire. There's 50 million videos on it. It's not that hard to do
Yep.
and everything. And you can usually do it just long enough to get to wherever it is that you're going to get. But like, no, absolutely. I would have left his ass there. And when he got home, the shit was going to be locked and locks changed and everything the
Right.
fuck
Figure it
else.
out. Learn how to be
Like,
a locksmith too.
the second you tell, like, I'm sorry, if you don't want to hear that you're not taking care of your stuff, don't call me. Like absolutely not, because you're wasting their time. You're wasting her time. Like she was vibing, she was doing whatever the hell she was doing with her time, taking care of her business, whatever, and she had to stop what she was doing to take care of your lazy ass because you couldn't do the bare minimum and just like I don't expect, and I'm not surprised and I'm not disappointed when people don't know how to do things on their cars, except the bare minimum. Because my
Hmm.
thing is most this isn't going to be across the board, but most men are taught at a very early age because that's something that a man is supposed to know. I begged my teenage years to learn how to work on cars, to learn how to do cars and stuff like that. And it took over a decade of getting my shit ran through the ringer by shop after shop after shop for me to finally start to, I didn't even find anybody to teach me. I had to teach everything myself. And so this man already has a step up because I guarantee you there was somebody in his life that was willing to probably show him how to do this shit or at least try to teach it to him or whatever. But secondly, that is something as a vehicle owner you learn how to do and everything, because that is how you get shit taken advantage of. That is how you get, hundreds and hundreds of dollars and everything, where you have to spend shit at a shop because you don't know what the fuck is going on. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, if you don't know that you're just supposed to get your oil changed, 70,000 miles on a brand new car, you know that man's not getting his fucking transmission fluid changed. You know he's not taking care of it. And he probably, God knows, he probably doesn't have his brake pads or nothing taken care of on that shit.
That's
I'm not surprised the rotor
that's
snapped.
that's what I was thinking. I was like, I'm thinking that is the fact that he's been riding metal to metal this entire
Yeah.
time. So
Good God.
But there's no excuse. Like, there are 16 and 17-year olds that have learned like the basics and everything. It's called being a responsible adult. You figure out what like. You don't go out and buy a horse and not know the basics.
right.
You don't have to know everything. You don't have to be a full-fledged equestrian to own a horse. You don't need to be a full-fledged mechanic to own a car. But you know what food to feed it.
Right.
You know
Hmm.
when it has to go to the doctor and the vet. You know the basics of it. You don't get a pet without knowing the basics. You don't, you don't do shit. You don't
I
buy
don't know.
shit. You
There's
don't
some
own shit.
people out there.
You
Yeah,
do have some people
well,
that
not supposed to.
aren't
Yeah.
fucking responsible enough to look into it. There's
Mm-mm.
research everywhere. You should always research what the fuck you're about to take care of.
But then if you don't, and you call somebody who is more knowledgeable, boyo downstairs and everything, roommate. If I call him and I'm like, hey, something's going on with my truck or whatever, I don't know what's going on, I'm not going to argue with him over it. I'm not going to be like, you don't know what you're talking about. Take your little tool set and everything. Go on, go home. Like, I'll figure, like, no. You
Hmm.
called somebody who knew what they were talking about. Take their fucking words to heart. Listen to them,
Right.
even if it's an inconvenient truth, even if it makes you uncomfy, even if you're emasculated by it, even if it makes you feel like shit, learn from it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, leave his ass. In fact, drive him about 5 miles in the other direction, drop his ass off there, and then I'll let him figure it out.
I'm trying to figure out how to get back home.
Yeah.
Stinky.
So,
Stinky.
my little 2 cents is the whole needing to, not necessarily just a whole tire thing. Um, I live in the mountains. I live in the very well known spooky mountains
Oh.
that everybody know of.
Oh.
I am not trying to get stranded on the side of the road in the middle of the
Hell
night
no.
because I drive a lot at night for my full time, like my full time. I'm not full time there anymore, but for like my mostly big girl job that I have, um, I'm out at night, and a lot of times the other person who could come and save me is working nights in the opposite direction, 30 miles in the opposite direction. I need to know how to fix my tire, you know? I have like the things in my car that I need to have, whatnot, you know? So that said, also too, with the oil thing, I'm not the best. I'm gonna be honest. I am not the best with taking my car as often as it needs to, but I still take it to go get oil change. I ain't waiting no 70,000
Mm-mm.
daggone miles. Like,
He had a new vehicle. It tells
that's what I'm
you.
saying. A brand new,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
There's on your instrument clutter. It tells you what percentage. It will tell you all change. It's probably blinking
And
the
see,
fucking
mine's
light.
my car does it. I have to be smart about it. But like I said, I'm not trying to be stuck in the middle of
Yeah.
BFE. So I'm gonna go get it fed. I'm gonna do what
Mm-hmm.
I need to do. Yeah, I am not the best car mom. I had to learn the hard way with my car, which is also why I know how far I could ride my car on a certain amount of gas.
Yeah.
Because I had to learn the hard way. Like I had to
But
learn
you
without
learn.
no.
You learn.
Yeah.
You know.
My first car was a 240 SX Nissan,
What year?
nice little sports car. And when I tell you that thing, I had to replace the timing chain in it. Like I had to replace like the alternator belt, the radiator. Like I had to replace so much in that thing, which taught me a lot about you need to feed your car oil this often, you need to do this. But I also learned that I had to feed it more often than other cars because
It was
that
the
car just
40SX.
literally leaked. Yeah, old everywhere. Um, I'm going way off on a tangent, but
I like
he
cars. It
needs
doesn't
to be
bother me.
better. I don't blame you for leaving him. I would have too, especially like I said with the one of the first stories that we did tonight. The way they talk to people,
Hmm.
don't talk to me like that because I will leave you. I will leave. I will drop your ass off somewhere and I will go because you're asking me for help. Why'd you ask me for help in the first place if you wasn't gonna like my answer?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, what was the point of asking me for help? Like, tell me.
And like
Um,
my go ahead, sorry.
no, you're good. Go ahead.
Like, and I kind of I wanted to like gently roll back like something I said in that, like, oh, you're supposed to know this, you're expected to know this because you're a man. I'm that's not really fair, I guess, for me to say, but also like that's I think everybody should feel comfortable asking for help, especially on shit that they don't know, especially when it's something
Mhm.
that they are expected to know
Mm-hmm.
and everything. And I'm not trying to run him down for like him asking for help, for him not necessarily knowing how to do it. It is the way that he treated her when he got the help that he asked for, but it just wasn't the answer that he wanted. Um, like always ask for help if you need help. If you don't know it, there's no necessarily shame in not knowing it
Mm-hmm.
unless it's a refusal to learn it and to get better.
Yeah.
That but yeah, like I wanted to like clarify that and everything.
I had a
I'm not
skidooter on my
No.
arm and I'm trying not to panic.
It's fine. Just go blow it off. It's fine.
It wasn't a little bitty,
Oh.
It's fine.
itty
Blow it
bitty
off. It's good.
skidooter that you could
But
just blow.
yeah.
It's good.
But the thing is that with like watching on YouTube is okay. Whenever you have a manual that shows you, because there's manuals that for each vehicle that you can buy to show you how to repair vehicles. It's literally the same thing, but it's visually on YouTube. So it's like that whole talk about looking up videos on YouTube how to fix things is not the cheap way. It's basically you're learning the exact same thing you would learn in reading the manual to repair it. You know, um, and the thing is that he's 27 years old. Get you this, 27. So his male brain, his frontal cortex, all this shit that men at certain ages should be almost fully developed. And the things that you want to drive a nice fancy car and all this shit. And if he's acting this way, I got a feeling he's like one of like the boys or whatever type of dudes. And for him to not know any of this says a lot because
I'm gonna play a little bit of a devil's advocate in this, and I don't even know if I can really fully call it like a devil's advocate, but a lot of like this generation now are not really taught a lot of things like we were taught, like when we were younger.
that's true.
Which even when I was younger, there were some things I wasn't taught. So like if I didn't pick like a specific like when I was in high school, if I didn't pick like certain electives, then I wasn't taught those things. So if I didn't take like home ec or I think I took gosh, what is that one class? It's not architecture, it was drafting. I think I took
Yes.
Yeah, I think
drafting.
it's drafting.
Yeah. I took that class and loved that class. This is basically playing Sims the whole time in there. But anywho, a lot of places don't teach you those things now. So to give him a little bit benefit of the doubt, not I am not excusing the behavior at all because that you don't don't by the hand that feeds you don't sit here and talk to somebody like that that's trying to help you.
Hmm.
Don't do that whatsoever. But like as far as like not knowing, yeah, like I feel like that could be part of the issue.
Okay.
However, if it is a brand new car, like you said, if it's a brand new car, especially within like this day and age, they probably should have been signs that was telling you. And
Hmm.
also to roll back on one of the lessons that I learned when I got my first car was because my dad would not put wouldn't put subs and stuff in my car for my music and all that until he was like, until you learn what your car sounds like without
Yeah.
music, until you learn how to listen to your car where there like you can tell that there's something wrong with it, like something don't sound right.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know good and well if there was metal on metal scraping, he heard that shit or felt it.
Yep.
I'm not putting any subs in your car.
I was gonna
To
say.
And
this day,
Mm-hmm.
I still want at least once a week, I will drive at least a few miles without any music on.
Yeah.
To this day, that is still
to
something I
listen to your car,
practice.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because
Yep.
you have to
Old,
know
okay, he's trying.
and people's and the things that he's 27, but the thing is that you should also have common sense
Yes.
to be able to say,
This is
"Oh,
true.
this fucking noise doesn't sound normal. Let me bring it into a shop." Doesn't mean you have to fucking do anything. Bring it into a shop. Oh, this fucking light that says time for all change. Bring it in. That's all you have to do. But
Right.
It, honestly, if we could even just first off, 100%, it's an issue of the way he talked to her and handled it.
yep.
But if we could take a step back and realize that if you if you look at the way he is approaching a very large investment in the way he takes care of it, would you want to invest in something with him? Would you want to
No.
invest in a relationship with him knowing how he's going to not take care of things? That means the mental load is going to be on her to make sure that the house is maintained, that
Mhm.
whatever they're renting is maintained, their cars are maintained. Like maybe not her taking care of it, but like he has zero mental load on him. Like at no point did he like, and I get not being taught things, especially in this day and age, but like it is, I have taught myself almost everything I know. Boyo has helped me perfected things here and there, but almost every single thing that I have learned has been solo because I have Googled, because I have YouTube, because I have looked up instructionals. I literally have the schematics down to every single wire saved. I found a download. I paid for a download, a PDF and everything on my computer. I have every inch of my truck in a file and everything because I wanted to learn. Everybody has that same opportunity. And so he is saying that this, a new car, that's thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Even if
Of
Mhm.
it's new
course.
to him, that's thousands of dollars. And at no point did he go, hey, I should learn how to do the bare fucking minimum on how to take care of this thing. And that's his mindset.
Mm-hmm.
So, what
Yeah.
that is going to translate to house, to other cars, to children.
Yeah.
Like it sounds like he's
Like,
so used to somebody else
His mom's
taking care
taking
of
yes.
care, like
everything
his
for
mom's
him.
taking care of, because
Yeah.
he did say like, oh, he felt that she was mothering him. Of course, that's what is happening. Like how you said,
Yeah.
he was basically like, what about kids? What about shit around the house? Like, oh, he's just gonna live his life and like you worry about it,
Exactly.
but you
Mhm.
don't want to be sounding like, oh, stop mothering me. Like,
Like that's
oh,
literally his mindset is he doesn't want to take responsibility for anything. He's just going to fix it as it happens. But the second something happens, does he take care of the situation? No, he calls her to fix it. So at that point and everything, understand that that's going to be your relationship going forward. It is going to be on whoever's shoulders he is with to make sure they're going to carry the full mental load. And that's not somebody you even want to be in a relationship with.
yeah.
So
I'm wondering what this update's gonna be.
So this was written in June 19th, 2022, and
there
then
better be an update.
on June 24th, 5 days later, the update. Thank you so much to everyone who commented on my original post. I spent a few days reading all of your comments and taking some time to self reflect. Vehicle update. Nick drove a Nissan Versa, and after I left him on the side of the road, he ended up calling a tow truck mobile mechanic. When the actual mechanic got there, he told Nick everything I told him. The mechanic also refused to change his tire and told
Imagine
him
the
he would
surprise.
only tow his car to a mechanic shop. Nick refused to tell me what all the damage was to his vehicle, but the damage must have been pretty bad because instead of fixing his Nissan and wasting all that money, he decided he was just going to get a new car.
Where do we even
He's
have the
got mom and
money for
dad's
this
money,
new
doesn't he?
car?
That's
Yeah, he
He
has
got mom and
to.
dad's money.
that, or he's making a good because I mean that's a Nissan Versa. A
He
Nissan
does have a
Versa is
good
made
job
that.
though, doesn't he?
It doesn't say what job, but
See, I've got a lot of problems believing somebody who's spending their money wouldn't care more about their shit.
yeah,
He's
That
coming
part.
off as somebody who is spending somebody
you're
else's
right.
money, so he doesn't care.
Yeah,
That
you're
part.
right.
That's
Uh,
insane.
yeah, that's just
Just buy new cars.
just
That
buy a new
car was
car. That's
toast.
that's
The whole
That'd be
somebody
inside of
nice.
it.
that's like somebody that has not struggled, that
Could
has not
be.
have to
That part.
deal with, like taking care of things. Like mommy and daddy's always there. That's you're right. That's
That's
what it
what I'm
is.
hearing. Like,
Hmm.
you don't, unless you are just absolutely rolling in bank and everything, you don't spend that much money on something and not take care of it.
Right.
So, no, my bets is that he is buying vehicles with mommy and daddy's money, 100%.
Either that or mommy and daddy is funding him, but he's using his working money to play around and buy these things like he doesn't know the real earnings of a dollar.
Yeah.
Um, Relationship update. Earlier today, I invited Nick over for dinner. I spent the whole day cooking and baking Nick's favorite dishes: braised oxtail soup, drunken potatoes, and tiramisu for dessert. When Nick got to my house, he was in a wonderful mood and had seemed to have forgiven all about the argument we had. After small talk and finishing dinner, I took a deep breath and started to tell Nick how much I care about him, but that I no longer wish to continue our relationship romantically or otherwise. At first, Nick was shocked, but quickly his shock turned into anger. Nick felt I was
Oh,
insane for ending our relationship over such a petty, unimportant argument. This girl fucking cooked a final meal for this dude.
I know,
dang
right?
it.
It's like here's your last meal.
That's your last meal. Get the
I'm sorry.
fuck
Bye.
out.
I had to get that out.
You ain't
I was
gotta
sitting
go
there. I'm
home,
like,
but you gotta get the hell up out of here.
braised octopus. That girl cooked his
Damn.
last final meal. Oh my god.
I love it.
It,
I love it.
Nick felt I was insane for
Oxtail's expensive
yeah.
nowadays too. Like she made a good meal.
Yeah, she
Oxtail,
made
tiramisu, and what
t-
else?
drunken potatoes, whatever the fuck that is.
Damn.
Damn.
Actually, I'll send you the recipe. They're really good.
All right, I'm
Keep
about to
talking.
try
Keep talking.
it.
Drunken potatoes? Oh yeah.
Nick felt I was insane for ending our relationship over such a petty, unimportant argument. Eventually, Nick tried to apologize, but I told him an apology was no longer something I was looking for. The whole time Nick was talking, I sat there. I sat there on the opposite end of the table, listening with both ears, allowing him to say what he felt he needed to. When Nick was done, I looked at him and reminded him of some of the wonderful times we had together. I reminded him that we are both adults and we can choose to either end a 1 year relationship with arguing and anger, or we can choose to end things on good terms and finish a lovely last meal together. This girl got her shit together. I'm sorry.
I
I love it.
know.
Nick
And
calm.
honest, go ahead. Keep going.
He
Keep
don't
going.
No, no, go ahead.
deserve her.
I like you kind of knew she like I kind of assumed just the fact that she already had all this shit together, that she was already kind of on her shit. I kind of already figured she wasn't going to take this bullshit and everything. So I kind of like, I would have been very disappointed, but I didn't see her sticking around because I feel like she's got like just a hint of a flavor of like the bullshit that I've had to go through.
Hmm.
And the reason that I'm not willing to take bullshit from
Hmm.
people is I feel like she has probably learned all this stuff out of like desire. She 100%, you can tell that she likes what she's doing.
Hmm.
You don't do restorations unless you like doing restorations
Exactly.
and everything. But I also, I feel like a lot of a lot of women who get into working on vehicles, I'm not saying that like, oh, women who work on vehicles only work on vehicles because they have to. No, that desire's out there. Women have those desires too. But I do feel like if you do not go, because she says, I don't consider myself a mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I'm a mechanic. I feel like she probably started learning it because she had to.
Mm-hmm.
And so she is very, very much used to having to take care of shit, to take care of her business, to get her shit done and everything else like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she's I had kind of assumed she was probably going to tell him to go kick rocks
Mm-hmm.
and everything, but I'm very proud of her
Yeah.
for that.
I,
But yeah, no, you could tell like listen, like we're adults. I don't have to deal with this. You don't have to deal with this. Um, bye, Felicia. Like
yeah.
we're done.
I feel that
Mhm.
she. Oh, I had my train of thought. Oh God.
That's why I said I would wait.
No, no, no. I think what it was that was the final straw. Like she probably was dealing with this bullshit,
Mm-hmm.
and it
Mhm.
just that was it. Like whenever she said, I just picked up my stuff and left him on the side of the road. Like just basically like, yeah, I'm done. Like she had
Especially if you're
enough.
not arguing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's one thing I've learned too. Like somebody who will just walk away and not argue is somebody, especially when it's a woman. She's done.
I'm about to
She's
say if she's not arguing, she's done.
Yeah.
no.
Yep. Nick calmed down after this, and his tone of voice started to match mine. We didn't talk for much longer, but luckily I planned ahead and had some tiramisu wrapped up for him along with a small bin of all the things he kept at my house.
Get the
Wow.
fuck out.
Before Nick left, I gave him a big hug and told him that if he ever needed someone to show him how to change a tire, I would be happy to send him to a YouTube tutorial. You get it, girl.
She
Oh
fed
my
his
god.
ass his last meal.
Oh
Oh,
Ended
shit.
I love
things. She
her. I want
goes,
to
we
be
could
her
either
friend.
end things, right? We could either end things with a fight, or we could, do it calmly, and then persisted to roast him politely
Mm-hmm. See
I
that
want to be
after.
her friend. I want to be her friend.
that you know how grown up, like how straight of a mind you have to be like, I'm done with this dude, but I'm going to prepare him an amazing day to show this motherfucker
How old did she say she
what
was?
he's missing.
That's what I was getting ready to ask.
He's 27, she's 26.
She's dealt with some shit, man.
She
Yeah,
had
she
to.
had to have.
She's
And
dealt with some shit.
we have
A mechanic and can cook? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
one last update. It's a life update. Over these last few days, I decided to treat myself and buy my neighbor's old 1978 Ford Ranger. It was a red one.
Okay. Motherfucking
Ooh.
Ford Ranger.
The truck is an absolute hunk of junk and will probably take me over a year before it starts to look somewhat recognizable. But I figured it would be more time and cost effective for me to obsess over an old broken truck than it would be for me to fixate on broken men. I plan on staying single for a while and hope to take better care of not only myself, but to also focus on my three German shepherds more. Happy
I
Valentine's
want
No.
to be her friend.
Day.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
That girl is awesome.
It's a badass bitch.
That is.
Hmm.
She knows
At
not to
at
do shit.
at 26,
Hmm.
that she's dealt with some shit.
Yeah, for you to be that young,
100% has dealt with some shit. So fucking good on her.
she made
Because
Rose
honest,
oxtail.
yeah, because that attitude took me a few about right at about a decade longer to kind of figure out and everything. That whole just like, no, I don't have time for this. I don't have the energy for this. You're not worth the energy that it would take to put into this because you're not willing to reciprocate that energy. Like, no, love that for her. That was a wonderful update. Love that for her. And oh, you said 1970 Ford Ranger?
1978. Yeah, that's
1978. I gotta see this. Hold
me
on.
too.
Still gotta look up the scars.
But even comments are like OP's only 26 and four more mature than most 40-year-olds.
Oh, one of those.
Someone
Yes.
also
Is it
said,
like the red
Mm-hmm.
colored ones with the little
Mm-hmm.
lines down the side and
Like Think Twister. Yeah.
oh
Like
yeah.
the
Mhm.
old ones with the lines and everything. Yep. Good girl.
"Damn, Yeah.
Good girl.
I hope
That's
she
that
It's
good
a
one. That's the good
boy
Ranger. Yes.
ranger.
put the 6 inch lift.
Yes, motherfucking
Should be
Horn
good.
Ranger.
She's good. But comments are like, I am 43 and I want her as my godmother.
Right?
Right? Like,
It's that is insane. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not over the fact that she cooked this motherfucker his last ever meal. Packed it up
It's
for him too. And a little to go. Like, Jimmy, here you go.
here, take a little to go box.
Oh my
and
A
like
god,
little something
guys.
for the
that
road.
that's almost like a level of petty I aspire to be, but it almost didn't feel like there was any pettiness behind it.
Because she
Like
did
she
it so
just felt like
well.
she
She
just
did
felt
it
like the
so
bigger
well.
person. Like it's literally, you know what? It was a matter of what are you going to tell your friends how I broke up with you? Oh, she cooked me my favorite fucking three-course meal
Right?
and packed me a doggy bag and pat on my way out and everything. Like she can't be the bad guy in any scenario.
I wonder if she's a Libra. This sounds like something we would do. This really does sound like something we would do.
I'm about to say, I was like that. As a Sagittarius, I could never. I don't waste
See?
good food on bad people.
As a
Right?
So,
And see, we're like one of those like we're like, okay, look, let's bygones be bygones. Now until we rage. But this really does sound like a Libra.
I don't know.
no, good
I'm
for
just
her. Like that was literally the best way. Like he can't run that to anybody any other
yeah.
way.
It's
Yeah, she left me on the side of the road because I wanted to argue about how broke my car was, and it was so broke that I just decided to get a whole new vehicle. So she was right. And then to break up with me, she
mhm.
cooked me a fucking three-course, five-star meal with the to-go bag and everything, and was like, "Have a nice life." Like
What if
that's
she
queen,
Aqua Tifana'd it?
queen.
I'm kidding.
Wow.
I'm kidding. I'm
She
kidding.
um
Then that might be a Sagittarius.
That would be a Sagittarius. Well, yes and no. Sagittarius are a little bit more like
You still be like, I'm
let
wasting
me
food.
grab this bat real quick.
yeah.
Um we'll come up with the story afterwards.
That's
Uh
that is one of the best ways I've ever heard ending a chapter of your life. With like you literally are not leaving. You know, like you're not losing a relationship like with questions like what if. It's more of
mhm.
like she's. It's like she's putting the end to the chapter, like the end on this,
Yep.
and you can't sit there. That's why his tone probably went down. Was like, yeah, it's
I have nothing to be mad
I
over.
have not like there's nothing like she's not doing anything. She's not yelling. She's not
It's like
tossing
nothing else
shit.
to do but apologize. Yeah.
It's just
Mhm.
like, damn, I really fucked up. I lost somebody
Yep.
this perfect. Oh well. I'm glad that he was able to leave because after he started raising his voice, I'm like, where is this going? I hope he's
Uh-huh.
not going to abuse her. But I'm glad that he have some fucking
Listen,
brain cells to be able to walk away.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to know, is she still single, and is she into chicks? And is she into older women? Because I think we could be so good together.
I wish I would know. But normally best of Reddit updates is other people posting their stuff, but they do leave their her her name is German Cat 34. That's her username.
Link the story. Let's go.
Am I saying, I need you to link me that story, please? I
Go
need to
drop
check
it in
up
the
on her, make sure she's
console.
okay.
Yeah. She only posted like three things, like three stories. One of them is I am I the asshole for refusing to give my sister my unused twin bed. So she's
No.
just dealing with just dumbasses around her apparently.
What
Um,
if it's like an account that's just like reposting other stories?
No, shh, don't.
this no, this one directly came from like I'm on her page. Like they linked her
Yeah.
username. So, but the
Huh.
page that best Reddit updates is someone else posting the original poster
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Yeah, the original stories.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I mean, hey, that was
You
good
should link
ending.
me. You should link me her
Yeah,
account.
I will.
Just research
sprinkle it
science.
in there.
But yeah, guys, thank you for joining.
Yay.
I appreciate it.
Yay.
Coco, Verby, I appreciate it so much. Guys, if y'all have not hit the follow button or subscribe button or like button, one of the good buttons on there, be sure to hit it. Leave us a comment. I hope you all enjoy it. And we will continue to do this as long as I'm not busy or as long as anyone is not busy. So, uh,
Yeah.
all the episodes will be transferred to the new YouTube channel, but for now, it's still under mine. Link will be in the description once it gets updated. But yeah, great stories. Love that first episode, the revamped show. And welcome to the family. Welcome to Insightful Friends Podcast, guys. So,
Yay. Had fun. Thank you.
as always, guys, we will see you on the next one and take care. Peace out.
We did it! Go ahead,
Yay.
Crucial.